The MV Agusta F4, a motorcycle that personifies a uniquely Italian passion for a twist of the throttle. The F4 is one of the best sport bikes ever made. More importantly, it is the motorcycle that resurrected MV Agusta, one of the most famous motorcycle brands in the world. In 1980, the MV Agusta factory in Varese, Italy, had closed its doors. In 1997, Claudio Castiglione, a man who's dedicated his life to motorcycles, decided to buy MV and bring it back to life.
Ma sai, anche questa è una cosa molto semplice, no?
The ability to purchase MV Agusta, the brand in the history, was a dream for me, as I imagine it would be a dream for anybody who is passionate about motorcycles.
Vedi, adesso io dico un'altra cosa.
When you ride the MV Agusta, you're riding a bike of passion and a bike of legends.
A living legend designed the new F4, Massimo Tamburini, one of the greatest, most prolific motorcycle designers ever. Below an ancient castle in Rimini, Italy, is where Tamburini works. It's a good 4-hour drive from his design studio to the factory. Massimo Tamburini is a man who likes his privacy. And cameras are rarely allowed inside the building, where he creates both magic and art.
If you talk about style and performance and how to connect, first of all, you have to work with him. It's not easy, because he is the man who is going to ask you to design and redesign the same piece 10 times before he says okay.
Tamburini is a remarkable man. While others in his studio use computers for design, he's most comfortable holding classic tools to gently bring blocks of clay to life. And he's not afraid to turn a wrench, often personally testing the fit of a new part for the very first time. He believes in artistic integrity for everything on a motorcycle, even parts you never see, like this rear support for the fuel tank. At the heart of Massimo Tamburini's magnificent creation of the F4 is the very soul of the MV Agusta brand reborn, a unique 4-cylinder engine originally created in 1998. The first version produced 120 horsepower. The current version of the same engine cranks out more than 183 horsepower.
Our engine is like an orange, and you squeeze, you squeeze, you squeeze, but you always have some juice.
In the R&D department at MV Agusta, they're always trying to squeeze just a little more juice from their unique 4-cylinder engine.
So this is the place where everything was born since the beginning.
This may look like a computer representation of global weather patterns, but it's actually results from a flow bench, a special machine that measures how air flows through an engine. MV Agusta uses a unique type of valve system inside each cylinder, and how the engine breathes is critical.
We can test everything we want, different angles, different layouts of valves. And for example, in this solution, this is better here, where you see the green continuous, which means that the flow is good enough and the valves are not making any interference. The most important thing is to find the right balance between the flow here and the flow close to the wall.
They've changed the valve angle by 1/10 of a millimeter. That's 1/254th of an inch. They hope this tiny change will squeeze out a little more juice.
This is the final answer because, of course, flow bench is important, but you always, at the end, you always need to measure the power in the dyno room. When you are at a certain point, you cannot think to gain 10 horsepower at a time. It's good to see 2-3, and probably this is what we are going to see. I hope. Three. Okay, fine. It's what we wanted.
The minor change giving the engine 3 more horsepower will quickly find its way into the assembly line.
MV brand is all about performance, must be all about performance.
The MV Agusta F4 carries on a rich tradition of performance, history, and passion. It is one of the ultimate forms of expression for what it means to twist the throttle.